Welcome back to FM Storey. It's time for the end of season 12 of our series where we've tried to end the dominance of Rangers and Celtic, and we're in a pretty decent position. Unfortunately, we got beaten in the semi-final of the Scottish League Cup, and we got knocked out in the knockout playoff round of the Champions League by Newcastle, but we are top of the table, 2 points clear with 7 games left, and we are in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup where we're playing against Hamilton, who are our local rivals, but also they're currently in League One. So hopefully that should be a pretty straightforward semi-final, and hopefully we can end the season with a double. So without further ado, let's get into the action. So we've made it to the semi-final of the Scottish Cup. We've played 2 games since the last episode, and the form's continued on from where we left off in the last episode. We started with a comfortable 5-1 victory at home against Hibs. They got a late consolation goal, but we really dominated and were 4-0 up at half-time. And then we went away to Aberdeen and again came away with a comfortable 5-1 victory. We did take the lead and then they pulled a goal back pretty quickly afterwards. But after that, we dominated the game. And what that means is we've made it to the split in the league. We are top of the table. Rangers have drawn 2 of their last 3 games, so we now have a 4-point advantage at the top, which gives us a bit of a comfort, just in case we manage to mess one of these games up that we've got, one of these 5 games we've got left for the end of the season. We do end the season away at Rangers. In fact, our last 2 games are Celtic at home and Rangers away, which could be the games that the title rests on. Hopefully we have it wrapped up before then, but it could be an interesting end to the season. But first of all, we've got the semi-final coming up against Hamilton. Obviously really close local rivals, but Hamilton are down in League One. They are top of League One at the moment, so it looks like they're potentially going to get promoted to the Championship, but given the gulf in the divisions and the gulf in quality between the 2 squads, hopefully it should be a pretty comfortable victory for us. So this is the side we've picked for the semi-final. Given the quality of players we've got compared to them, we've decided to go with pretty much a fully rotated team. The only player who started the last game that's starting this one is Dudu, just because Damien Martinez, who would have come in at right back, has an injury and isn't available. So we're giving players a chance. We do have all the experienced players on the bench in case we need to make changes, but we're also giving Mark Duffy, who we signed from Exeter, his first start for the club, and hopefully we can put in a decent performance. Right, Kosic with a free kick to Thiago on the edge of the box, and his shot's just lifted over the top, couldn't get it on target. That would have been a great start. A throw in for them deep in their half. They've lumped it up towards the halfway line. The header's won. Mendes back to Leon King. He goes back to San Martin. And Dudu down the right. Thiago, Duffy squares it, and Tala hits the outside of the post when he should really have at least hit the target. Right, Kosic wins it back, Tala turns, and then we've just given the ball away again. We're not being good enough on the ball, and now they're in with a chance of getting a goal here. And we're going to get a VAR check, but I think he was onside. He didn't look offside. It's been disallowed. I mean, it's just far too much space there for Gustafsson. And that was very, very tight, and we've definitely got away with one there. Right, a throw in for us. King to take it. Goes short in the end to San Martin. Back to King. Squares it into the box. It goes all the way across to Dudu. His shot looked like it took a nick on the way through. It's in the back of the net. That's us 1-0 up. And hopefully we can calm everything down and just take advantage of this now. So King's throw comes back to him from San Martin. He fires the ball across. It somehow finds its way to Duffy, who comes into the D, hits a shot. It maybe didn't actually get a deflection. Now that we look at it again, but too much power for the keeper, and that's just 1-0 up. And there we go, half-time 1-0 up. We've thoroughly dominated everything apart from possession. But we need to make sure we just take some of those chances just to put this game out of sight so that there's no danger late on. Right, a free kick for them in our half. They try to lift it in between the centre-half and full-back. D'Alessandro got back for it, though. What on earth was that? Villanueva smashed a clearance against their attacker. It's gone in the back of the net. And it's 1-1. He had plenty of time to deal with it. And he just hit it straight at their player. It's looking like we might have to bring some of the big names on. Right, a throw in on the left. King across to take it. D'Alessandro flicks it on. There's Duffy in the middle of the box to head home. But was he offside? I don't think he could have been, but we'll find out in a second. And he was. So the throw comes in. D'Alessandro flicks it on. No, he had drifted there. Right, we've made some changes on the hour and brought some of the experienced boys on just to try and just not lose this game, basically. Dudu gets back. Nuevo onto Casanova. What a ball for Kerr. He's in behind. What a finish. And within a minute or two of sending the big names on, we've managed to get ourselves back in front. Lovely ball in behind the right back. Kerr gets on it, cuts across him, and then just bends it past the keeper into the far corner. And hopefully now we can just control the game from here. Right, free kick on the edge of the box. Casanova to step up to take it. Lifts it over the wall, but just can't get it on the right side of the post. From the resulting goal kick, they go long. Rackler wins the header. D'Alessandro on to Cochise. Comes through to Casanova. Back to Cochise. Cuts into the box on his left foot. Finds Kerr. He finds the top corner. 3-1. And hopefully that is us through to the final of the Scottish Cup yet again. Cochise cuts inside, I think he's going to have a shot on his left foot, finds Kerr, who takes a couple of touches, turns, and then just fires it into the top corner. So Villanueva goes long with the goal kick for us. Casanova nods it down to Nuevo, out to Rackler. It ends up through at D'Alessandro into the box, and he lifts his shot over the top. Right, a corner. Kerr to take it. In swinger low to the near post. Rackler back to Kerr. Duffy whips it into the far corner. Gets his first goal for the club on his first game. And that's us 4-1 up with less than 15 minutes left to play. It was a low corner rather than the high one. Rackler then recovers it, finds Kerr, moves it on to Duffy, takes a touch to open his body up, and then just whips it into the far corner. And there we have it, full time, 4-1, comfortable in the end. We made it a lot harder than it should have been, gifting them that goal, that equaliser. But once the big names came on, we took advantage. 4-1, through to another final, and hopefully we can add the Scottish Cup to the trophy cabinet. We've made it to our final game of the season, the Scottish Cup final against Hibs. As you can see, we did end up winning the title. After the Hamilton game, we went away to Livingston and won 3-0 after they had a player sent off very early on. The Hibs game was really disappointing. We came away with a 0-0 draw, but we then followed that up with back-to-back 4-0 victories at home against Ross County and then against Celtic as well. And then on the last day of the season, we'd already won the title by virtue of beating Celtic. We ended up losing 3-1 at Ibrox against Rangers. We did equalise to make it 1-1 with 5 minutes left, but Nelson Viper picked up 2 late goals to give them the victory. It means we have finished top of the table, 2 points clear of Rangers in the end. We had a plus 88 goal difference for the season. Cochise had the highest average rating, and between him and Alan Kerr, we were well ahead in terms of the assists this season as well. And now we've just got the Scottish Cup final left, and can we finish with another double? So this is the side we've picked for the final. It's basically our strongest team, apart from the fact that Nuevo is still coming back from injury, so he's not fit enough to start. D'Alessandro is going to start in the centre of that midfield for him, but otherwise, like we say, it's our strongest team. What we do need to do is keep Farfus quiet, because he seems to score against us every time he plays against us. So we're going with the 4-3-3. They're going with the 4-2-3-1 with Farfus up front. Right, a throw in for them deep in their own half, in the right back position. They've chipped it over our midfield, and now they're attacking Farfus, but Goulis cuts it out. Right, Fayette's got the ball at the back to Basauri, onto Cochise. Casanova finds Dudu on the right. He gets to the byline, then pulls it back to Cochise. It comes back to Dudu in the box. Squares with D'Alessandro. Goulis into the box now. And he hits the post, and it goes meant for a goal kick. Another throw in for them. Cochise intercepts the pass out from the back. Basauri gets it to Dudu. D'Alessandro out to Cochise, onto Basauri. Casanova makes a run behind the centre half. What a goal. The first bit of class in the game. We've opened them up. Casanova in behind the defender. Didn't need another chance, and just slots it past the keeper. Cochise to Basauri, takes a touch. Casanova makes a run. The centre half was static. He fires it across the keeper into the bottom corner, and that's us 1-0 up in the cup final. Right, Goulis with a throw. Dusink goes all the way back to Medina. He finds Fayette. Goulis to D'Alessandro with some space. Into Kerr. Ball over the top looking for Casanova. He takes it down well. Finishes superbly. There's a chance he might have made the run too early. But no, it's been given. D'Alessandro turns, plays it into Kerr, who takes a touch and then just lifts the ball over the defence. Lovely first touch by Casanova, and then buries it with the second touch. 2-0 right on the stroke of half time, and a really strong position we've got ourselves into here. Perfectly judged run. Lovely touch, great finish. And there we are, half time, 2-0 up, 2 goals from Casanova, and we are really on top in this game now. Throw for them deep in our half to work to the edge of the area and force them back a touch and force them all the way back to the halfway line now. And then Kerr intercepts the pass forward. He's breaking forward down this left hand side now. Back to Goulis. Kerr, D'Alessandro, shooting opportunity, and just lifts it high and wide of the goal. Right, Alan Kerr's picked up a knock, so we made a couple of changes. We brought Nuevo on wide left. We've brought Mark Duffy on instead of Dusink, who was just coming back from injury himself. Cochise with a corner. It goes to the back post, and we've hit the woodwork. It's been scrambled clear as far as Dudu. Right, they've got a free kick lifted into the box. It's done well to get past the defender. The cross is blocked, but now Dudu comes away with it. Got acres of space to move into down this right-hand side. Pushes it ahead of him to Cochise. He squares it, and they've managed to scramble it clear for a throw. Right, Medina with the long goal kick. They've won the header over Casanova. Rackler, though, picks up the loose ball. Down the line for Duffy, making the run into the box. They've won it back, but then Nuevo takes it off the fullback. Duffy squares it. Cochise scores, and we're going to get a VAR check for this one. Did he come back from an offside position? Had he overrun it, thinking a cross was going to come in earlier? It's been given. So their fullback dwelled on it after nicking it off Duffy. Nuevo gets in there, wins it back, finds Duffy, who takes a touch, squares it, And then Cochise just drags it past the keeper into the bottom corner. And that's 3-0, and surely the cup's ours. That was well onside. I don't know why we even needed a VAR check. Right, we've made the last 2 hours subs. We've brought on some more fresh legs. Casanova, although he was on a hat-trick, was knackered up top, so we've brought Thala on up front. We've given the ball away in midfield now, and now they're attacking Farfus. Thibault gets back to win it off him. He's just come on for Rackler. Fayette bringing it out. Goes back to Medina. Then on to Thibault. Then wider to Goulis. And then Nuevo down this left-hand side. Looks to play it infield, but gives it away. And now they've played it in behind Dudu Espinosa. And Medina turns it behind for a corner. Espinosa with the corner. Headed clear at the near post by Goulis, but Farfus finds Espinosa again. Cuts in on his left foot, but he's been given offside. And there we go, full time, 3-0. Pretty comfortable in the end. It's the 4th season in succession that we've won the Scottish Cup. It's 6 out of the last 8 seasons that we've won the Scottish Cup. And it now means we've won both the league and the cup for the last 4 seasons in a row. And we're starting to prove ourselves to be a bit of a dominant force in Scottish football. The aim of the save obviously was to end the dominance of Rangers and Celtic, and I think we've certainly ended the dominance. Now we just need to see how far we can go in terms of creating our own dominance. And there we go, the end of another episode, the end of season 12. We've done the double yet again. That means it's 4 league titles in a row, 4 Scottish Cups in a row. And hopefully we can continue on this run of trophy winning in the next season. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.